Three reasons why we struggle trusting God. So I want to give you three. There's probably a ton more that you can probably think of, but I want to give you three reasons why we struggle trusting God. So the first one is pride. We just think we know better. And the reason we think we know better is because of just living our lives. You know, God made us in his image. So he gave us a lot of great stuff. And so we have taken the gifts and the abilities that God built into us. And we think we know better than the God who made us. How crazy is that? But that's one of the things. You know, when we try to give something to God or we say that we're giving something to God, we don't really do that. You know, because we're just like, okay, so I'll know you're God and you're doing it when it looks like this. So that's pride because we think we know best. You know, the word of God says his ways are not our ways. As far as the heaven is from the earth, that's how different our ways are. And, you know, just think about it. He's the one who made us. So he designed us. We didn't design him or ourselves for that matter. But yet and still, we think we know better than him. The second reason ties into the first. All of them really tie into each other. The second reason is control. We don't like to give up control. It's just not something we want to do. We want to be in the driver's seat. And, you know, and how control affects pride, they go hand in hand. You know, if I give you something, and I know in my own life, you know, I love to cook, and you know, with my daughter, sometimes, you know, she will just say, "Mom, just let me do it." You know, so I know that within myself, and each and every one of you would be able to, if you're honest about it, you struggle with giving up control, with how somebody else will dictate how this will come out. So that's number one and number two. Number three, all go work together. Number three is ignorance. You know, we don't know how to give it up. You know, we say that we give it up, but we really don't. You know, we're involved. We try to be involved in every piece of the process. And, you know, I'll use myself as an example, just like I was talking about my daughter. So, you know, if I'm teaching her how to make something, or when I used to, because I've really worked on this. So when I was teaching her how to do something, you know, whether it was cutting, mashing, or something like that, I would just start doing it. And then by the time it's over, it's like, you did everything. And so that's a struggle for us. So it's something that I have actually watched in my life, and I am very intentional when I do something. I literally will just give her instructions and I will stand off to the back. So however she does it, it's fine, because I had to, in my mind, I had to let go of what the final product would look like, because I have an idea of what that final product would look like if I do it. And so if it's not me doing it, it does not have to be the picture that I have in my head. Yes. So that is something that we have to let go. And we do whatever we do in our everyday life. You do that when you become a Christian, when you follow Christ. You bring all of those habits with you. And it's something that we have to be intentional about letting go. And in my book, The Intentional Life, I talk about how habits are formed, how we surrender them. I talk about pride. I talk about all of these things that will teach us how to be intentional about letting them go. So the three things again: pride. We think we know better than God. Number two, control. We want to control everything. And number three, ignorance. So with those three working against us, that is why we struggle with trusting God. Struggle no more. Get the Intentional Life, Connecting Dots of Pattern for Clarity by S. Michelle Ross, and learn how to move from where you are to trusting God. I'll see you guys next time.